What is up? We are having a backtesting session of the month July 2021. Just went through the live trading session from today. This now would be hitting about full take profit. This was the trade that I would have taken today. I went over in the trade recap on why I did not take it and why also something I didn't do, which we could go over here and actually hold on. Yeah, just dropped this video on this. What we could go over to do. PB Blake just dropped a video which we could watch real quick. 10 minutes long. This is why he.
Recap of the day today is January.
We're gonna watch this, all right? I'll get this. We'll see.
5th, Monday,
He went short.
2026, almost did it. 2026. And we go over today's price action. The one trade I'm taking, I ended up losing $15,000 on the day. So we're gonna get into that. First things first, though, happy freaking New Year. I'm so excited to trade this year, have a great banger year, and change so many of your guys' lives. And also, shout out to everyone that pulled up to the free boot camp that I did. It was like a 3-hour-long boot camp I did with Pat about like 2 weeks ago. So that was super fun. Shout out to everyone that pulled up then. And let's get into it. No more yapping. Let's get straight into how I lost all this money. First things first, let's talk about last month a little bit. I ended up taking 3 trades last month. Like, guys, I did not trade at all last month. I took one win at the very start of the month and then I posted that on the YouTube. And then I took a break even, posted that on Instagram stories, and then I took another win when I did that boot camp. The morning of the boot camp, I took a win. So I'm pretty sure AMP saves your live executions from like 2 weeks ago. It should. Yeah. So here, I took a short here. And then I took a break-even trade somewhere around here. Yeah, I'm so mad this went break-even, but yeah. And then again, was like not trading this month. It was a very, very slow month. But this short was so freaking nice, dude. I absolutely took a freaking 4 RR banger top tick. Look at this entry. Look at this close. It was a 30-second mech model. You guys can go back and look at that. I'm not going to get too much into that now because I did the live recap on the boot camp. So I might do another boot camp soon. I'll let you guys know when that next boot camp is going to be. Oh, holy voice crack. And yeah, let's just get into this loss, man. It was honestly a really good trade. I'm pretty happy about this. Let's get into it. Coming into the day, I'm not going to lie, I had a bullish bias, right? So I was bullish mainly because of the buy-side liquidity that we left above us, right? We left previous day high right here, and it was very obvious that ES was trading towards. Oh, sorry, wait, I didn't give my P&L for this. Okay, so here's my trade sinker P&L, down 15K, and like 2 accounts didn't load for some reason, like this Tradeful account, and then this was an alpha account, I'm pretty sure. I don't know what the fuck happened with those, but yeah, thank God those didn't load. It took it low. Anyways, but let's get back into it. I was bullish towards previous day high, right? We got previous day high here, and then ES ended up sweeping it out in the morning, right? We ended up having a 9:30 open high. There was an initial like 30-second little short, and honestly, I was wanting to take this, but I was like, nah, it was way too early. But it did play out. It was a mech model. I don't really love trading like the first like 5 minutes of open, unless it's like exactly what I want to see. But price wasn't like exactly that obvious, I guess, for NQ. It was more so like ES, and I didn't really know if this SMT was going to hold just because of how bullish we were. So I wanted to see just more displacement. I wanted to see a continuation model, and that's the trade I took today, was a continuation model. And the reason there's 2 reasons I was really bearish after this SMT got formed. One is we left equal lows with London and Asia, right? In terms of the daily profile, this was a very bearish daily profile. Reasoning for that is because when we leave equal lows with London and Asia, and we don't manipulate into anything, this means what? This is a Judas swing. So we tend to trade back towards these levels, right? So every time we ended up, like if we, let's say, manipulated and we hit like a 4-hour gap and then we started distributing, yeah, then probably these lows could be protected. But since we just left this, and NQ did the same thing, we just left these relatively equal lows here, didn't manipulate in any gap, didn't fill the new day opening gap either, or the new week opening gap, we just left this completely unfilled. This was great draws, great targets to have in the morning, so I was leaning a lot more bearish. I was expecting price to have.
So was I coming into the day. I wanted to see Asians on the session, but we also, like I said, respected that 1 hour. If you watch my recap, we respected the 1 hour gap coming into the day as well, which led me a little more bullish. And I was even looking for shorts after we tapped this 15-minute to come down into equilibrium. There's a 15-minute we had right here to come down into equilibrium. I wanted to go for these. And those would have been where the session draws would have been as well. So I was also looking for shorts.
A New York reversal, London Juice New York reversal. So that was the daily profile I was expecting. And we didn't really get that, right? But we did get like this initial dump. There was a 30-second, but I was like, 30-second, a minute into market open, I'd rather not. I'd rather wait for clear displacement and then wait for a 5-minute gap to open up and wait for a continuation model, which is exactly what happened. We ended up opening up with this 5-minute gap right here. Bada bing. And then there was an initial 30-second here, I believe, not here, right up here, which honestly, if I took this 30-second, then it would have just been a break-even trade. But I don't know, man. I don't love, and this is like very specific, like 30 seconds like this. Also, we traded back up, and what do? We formed another SMT with this high. So boom, another SMT. So now we have an external SMT.
So where he was looking for short, I had this long marked up. News comes out bullish. Doesn't really matter though. But I was looking at a long. If this gave a clean inversion, I would have taken this and then entered in, and that would have banged. But on top of that, he was looking for a short because we had an SMT coming into the day. We were delivering from a 15-minute gap. We had a 30-second inversion, which he said he normally just didn't like in that case. And then we also got another SMT put in with ES.
SMT with an internal SMT. And then we ended up opening up a 3-minute gap here. So the way I honestly should have played it is just followed in my conviction, taken this 30-second, and then gone break even at this unfilled 3-minute. And then honestly, I could have even TP'd here. Like, this is a great little scalp to this unfilled 3-minute. But I wanted to wait for more confirmation. I wanted to wait for this 3 minutes of break and then just catch a nice 1-to-1 to the target that I was expecting price to hit. And I was overall super bullish or bearish on the higher time frame, so I didn't really care about this like mini scalp. I wanted to like take this move. And yeah, I ended up having a stop loss at the high right here that inverted this gap. I know it's a pretty small gap, but you know, there was displacement. There was a clear change in state of delivery as well. We ended up closing through this below this up close candle, right, as you can see there. Very clearly close to the 3-minute gap. So there was clear displacement towards my draws. We left relative equal lows here. And yeah, this is just like the MEC model. Or not the MEC model, sorry, the continuation model, and I was just looking to target all of this trendline liquidity here. Honestly, that's like really the only thing I find that I did wrong on this trade was that I ended up not taking like that initial 30-second, which I definitely could have taken, and just looked at the 3-minute as a clear magnet to the price, and just taking it off that. And instead of trying to catch like the big like 3-minute move, but I mean, bro, like to be honest, like this is still like a very good statistical loss to trade. I was taking back testing. A no-brainer type of trade, again, like SMT with the 930 high, really good key level sweep, higher time frame SMT, internal SMT, and then that 3-minute close. Also, wait, the other thing I did wrong, or like the one thing I really did wrong was like news. We had 10 a.m. news, but it was like 9:48 when I took this trade. Usually if it's like 5 minutes before news, I won't take the trade. But if it's like, you know, like 10, 15 minutes, like still within that 9:30, 9:45-ish area, like I'm taking the trade. And yeah, I ended up paying the price there and just getting stopped out pretty much immediately. Took the L, and then price ended up opening up at 10 a.m. And then price action was obviously just dog shit for the rest of the day. I was not looking to trade anything. And we were actually just trading higher right now. So ES is now trading higher. And my bias was literally just completely wrong. I just had the wrong bias. I wanted to be bearish because, again, we filled the 4-hour gap. We had the higher time from SMT. ES had the higher time from SMT with the daily Fair Value gap here at the time getting respected. So, you know, London, Asia lows, new day opening gap, new week opening gap. It just looked very, very promising for a reversal for shorts. But, you know, it's Monday. So I shouldn't have expected that much, but, you know, it is what it is. That's the L I took.
So that's his L. This would have been, I didn't take this right, but this would have been the trade I was looking for. Now, like I said, there is that high time frame S&T on the higher time frame. I already went through. I'm not going to go through the whole thing again, but I already went through exactly why I wanted us to go higher on the Nasdaq. Doesn't mean I'm a better trader than Blake. Obviously I'm fucking not. My bias was correct for wanting to go long, especially what caused that. Well, we were inside of a 4-hour gap. I already went through the whole breakdown. I shouldn't have to do this again. Looks like we're going to inverse this most likely. Assume we're going to go higher. But I wanted to see originally coming into the day. We were coming in a 4-hour equilibrium, and then come displace lower to these lows resting around here. And ideally you want to come down to these and all this resting between here. But that was not the case, and I see that we came in on the 15-minute and respected a shit ton of 15-minute gaps. 15-minute gap here, 15-minute gap here. We close above those, and we get like, I was thinking, oh, we just need a 5-minute inversion. We came in a 15-minute equilibrium. I do think we're going to go higher. Now, the draw resting above was a 15-minute high here, which is like, okay, we could go for that, and that would be my break even. But the main thing was ES around that 15-minute high had 15-minute equal highs and a bunch of hourly buy-side liquidity resting above, which it went to go out and get, which I thought with my condition being the 15-minute that's what we wanted to do. After respecting those, I needed to see a clean 5-minute inversion. We don't get a clean 5-minute inversion. It takes 4 to 5 candles to inverse. And at that point, it was kind of just chop. We had low resistance at the stop loss. Another reason to fade this trade. And it's also against that higher time frame trend with that daily. But on top of that, we also had a 1-hour sponsor us earlier. So it was just a good overall fade. It was good on me to not take this trade. And by the time we got entry news would have just came out. So just wouldn't have been a good time to enter. And it did play out. It didn't really go into drawdown whatsoever. But either way, it's just a fade. Skip out on it. I'm on the eval, I could have just full ported this fucker and passed that shit today and got my account already. But it's like I'm trying to take, like, if I'm going to risk 3 bands on an eval, I need to make sure it's a quality A+ setup with high resistance stop loss, low resistance resting in my take profit. Make sure I have the right condition and the right draw and liquidity. I'm targeting, like I said, low resistance area and price. And a couple other rules tie into that to make it A+, but yeah. I'll tell you that. I'm going to leave this up just to look back on later in the day. What I am wanting to do now, though, is backtest. All right, we are on to July. I'm going to do this till 12:30, so we're going to try to get a month in here. And we're going to fucking lock in with this. I'm going to set my time. It is perfectly around 11:01. Beautiful. Okay. Yeah, we're coming into the month of July now. So we can mark up, we can get rid of this. We're going to just get everything marked up for myself here. Bring this in. Get rid of that. This got tapped into already. We're going to move this up here. Are we on the right time of price? Yes, we are. All right. We have sell side liquidity resting here on the 1 hour. 1 hour resting above. We are delivering from buy side originally, which is displacing us lower. We have swept out sell side now, and there's kind of low resistance maybe around here. But we do have a 1 hour gap right here that you see that we came into. Hit consequent encroachment of that 1 hour gap, and we're immediately rejecting off of it. So that's something to notice. We do have 1 hour buy side liquidity inside of there. We can go into the 4 hour. 4 hours, nothing crazy right now. Nothing to really pay attention to. On the 2 hour, we do have 2 hour buy side liquidity, which is resting right up here. 2 hour buy side liquidity. Do we come into a fair value gap? Nope, no fair value gap. But on the 1 hour, nothing of importance. No rejecting off a fair value gap. The daily, what do we have on the daily? No imbalance except resting down here. I'm assuming we might want to go out and get now. I'm assuming we might want to displace lower, especially with us respecting this 1 hour, wanting to maybe push lower. Go to the 30 minute. Do we have news on the day? Jobless, PMI. So we'll wait till after 9 a.m. to take a trade. We're going to the 15 minute. We have some low resistance resting above. Want to see some manipulation higher. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right, we manipulate higher. A little too early into that. We come into a 15-minute gap. 15-minute gap, which has already been tapped into right now. So that's something to notice. A 15-minute gap already formed. We just got some manipulation. We're back into this 1 hour. My condition is this, and if we respect these, I'm assuming we want to go lower down to this low, maybe potentially lower. We're going to wait. We just got some manipulation. Shit. Time of entry, 9:55. That's 10 minutes before news comes out. Boy, do I not like that. Well, what time is it now, actually, on this? 9:55? Yeah, it's 5 minutes before news comes out. I'm going to fade this. But we have high resistance at the stop. We look like we're respecting this 15-minute. And we came up, resweeped into this 1 hour. Swept out that 1 hour buy side. I'm targeting down lower. On the lower time frames, what do we have? Yeah, let this play out. This time, news did come out. Looks like we were filling in this 1 hour completely. Coming back up into a 5-minute gap here. We're going to get rid of this. Keep this in mind. We still have low resistance. We came into this 5-minute fair value gap. Just completely filled it. Did not inverse it. We'd want to see low resistance. I'm looking short bias here. Kind of just chopping. No fair value gap to get in on. I'm wanting to see low resistance play out. Nothing on the 1 minute, and then on the 30-second. Yeah, maybe on the 30-second you could have got something. So it did play out shorts. We did sweep out that. We now have some low resistance resting above. At this point, we just manipulated what? Nothing serious, nothing crazy right now. Just came into a 15-minute gap that already got filled. I want to see us sweep out that sell side. Would be probably a no trade day for me. Draw on liquidity, I wanted to see us go lower after that. And we do flood the face. If we would have got an inversion after respecting this 5-minute. Just in general, like if we... Oh, whoa. Yeah, this trade right here. I mean, it's not exactly 1-to-1, but you could hold it to... Yeah. If you would have gotten in that 5-minute inversion, it takes 1, 2, 3 candles to close. High resistance at the stop loss. We're targeting somewhat low resistance. All resting here. Like I said, high resistance at the stop loss. We're respecting a 15-minute gap. Then I would have liked that. And it's the fact that we delivered lower, and then I would have gone break even because I would have gone break even here, so it would have been a break even trade. But at this point, it's 10:40. I'm not getting in on anything. We can go into the 1 hour though and jump into the next day. This would be a no trade day for me. It's looking like it's being a little bit consolidated. And what do you know? We do go lower actually, and then we're actually moving right back higher. We're back at all-time highs. So my drawn liquidity was correct there. I wanted to go lower. So that's always nice to see. Just not able to find an entry for that. Not being super mechanical with that either. It's just not smart to enter 10 minutes before news or 5 minutes before news. You just heard Blake talk about that. So coming into this, on the 4 hour, what do we have? We have 4 hour sell side liquidity resting right below here. We just swept out 4 hour buy side liquidity. We have a 2 hour gap resting below here. I'm assuming that we're either looking for a short to go lower to fill an equilibrium potentially of something sort in here, or we're looking for a long after we maybe get a pullback down and we're looking for continuation is what I'm assuming is what's going to want to happen here. We're clearly looking bullish though. We're at all-time highs. It's like usually you would want to be bullish at all-time highs. We can mark up this because this is also sell side liquidity. We're going to go into the, let's see what we got for news. Non-farm payroll. Oh, it's a Friday, isn't it? It is a Friday, so probably no trade day, but we'll just go into the 15-minute. We'll let market play out a little. We have a lot of low resistance here. I'm assuming, what do? We come lower. The 15-minute gets respected. What time did news come out? 8:30, 8:30, 8:30, 8:30. Yeah, I'm assuming we're just going to go higher. We come into that 15-minute. Do we hit like equilibrium of that range? I mean, shit. Hold on. come into that 50-minute. You're looking for like a small time frame inversion. I mean, you could take that. Yeah, that could work, but it's nothing too crazy. No trade day. Yeah, is a new. Yeah, that would have ripped, but that would have been a no trade day for me. So now, what else do we have? We have on the 1 hour, we have a 1 hour gap resting below us over here. 1 hour. 1 hour gap here. We have a 1 hour gap resting right here as well. We have that new day opening gap. We can go into the 4 hour, which we actually did come and fill. So we filled in this gap. We're at all-time highs. We're looking bullish overall. So this is giving us a sponsor coming into today looking extremely bullish. We had a 4 hour gap here that didn't get inverse. We're just looking overall bullish as shit. We have buy side liquidity resting up here. Buy side liquidity. We have some sell side. And then some sell side resting right here as well. Like I said, we're looking overall bullish. We're going to go into the 50-minute. Is there news today? No news. It'd be a no news Monday. So expecting it to be quite slow. It's the 5th of July. We're going to wait for our market to open. I assume we're going to want to pull back lower. What do you know? That's what we are getting. Are we coming into like an imbalance of some sort? No. So you get to pull back into that. This is kind of high resistance because it did just manipulate. So are we targeting anything of low resistance? We're not reacting off of anything really. We still have low resistance resting below us as well. I'd want to see it manipulate lower. Actually, yeah, it just did. Tapped into this. We have some low resistance resting above. No for value gap to get in on. Oh, that could be nice. Look at the high up there. Overall higher time frame. What do we see? We're at all-time highs. We just swept out sell side. We're respecting coming into today this 4 hour gap that we hit. Basically CE on. I don't think we want to come back lower to it. And the 2 hour nothing crazy, and the 1 hour nothing to reject off of. On the 30-minute nothing to reject off of. On the 15-minute. Nothing to reject off. We have a 15-minute gap we're playing inside of for this entry if we wanted to get this entry, which we'd have to see an inversion on this, which I don't like because that could just reject off of it. So maybe one of those things where we just fade this. It's a known as Monday. When we get a clean fucking inversion, we're not rejecting off anything though. What time would that inversion been on? Yeah, clean 2 minute. Consider this low resistance. Still have so much low resistance resting below us. Same with this. If it manipulated. Here, let's really find out. Good thing we faded. Got it at some point. There we go. Yeah, that was a good fade. Low resistance resting below us. I assume we want to go lower before we could go higher. Or maybe we just want to sell off now. We can jump to the next day. Oh, yeah. What do you know? We end up going lower, manipulating this, and then we get that big move higher. So we're clearly looking bullish again. We're at all-time highs. Overall, no trades so far getting put in on this month, which is fine. On the 4-hour, what do we have? Nothing on the 4-hour except this resweep of this. We're going to put this right here because that's the new 4-hour sell side. On the 2-hour, nothing on the 2-hour to pay attention to. We just swept. On the 1-hour, nothing on the 1-hour to pay attention to except this 1-hour gap. Potentially we might want to return into. On the daily, what do we have on the daily? A daily gap that we just kind of came into. I'm assuming we'll want to fill deeper into this. So I'm assuming we might actually get some moves down after this. And this 1-hour condition is going to be able to tell me that. Hold on, I'll be right back. Okay, so coming into this, we just swept buy side. We can go to a 30-minute. Is there a 30-minute gap we can come into? Not until down here. I wanted to see a pullback lower. This will be a no news Tuesday, July 6th. I do think we'll want to come lower here. Oh, fuck. Let's slow this down. Nothing burger, I'm assuming, the whole day. Wow. PMI, 945. PMI at 10. At this time, this would be 1025, 1030. It's tapping into this 1-hour. And the 30-minute gap. See how it reacts off of it. Looking quite bullish. Still have so much low resistance resting beneath us. Coming into this now. This would be a 5-minute. This time it's fucking too late in the day to get an entry for me. But we react off this 5-minute. Yep. No entry though. Would have been a no entry thing for me, but I'm assuming what are we wanting to do? Go for this low resistance resting beneath us. Or maybe respect that 1-hour. Nope, we flood for that low resistance, and my drawn liquidity was correct. Nice. That's what we like to see. Drawn liquidity was correct. There was just no entry off this. And yeah, we tapped in this 5-minute. This is just choppy. This is terrible price action so far in the month of July. We're not getting anything. But drawn liquidity has been correct for the days. So that's nice to see. We get rid of this. We can jump to the next New York Open. Wow. And we are just ripping. Well, now we're getting 2020. Like I said, NASDAQ now is at like $20,000 plus. So at this point, I'm assuming we just continue to rip higher and higher and higher for the year of 2021. We're respecting this 4-hour gap. Yeah, I'm assuming from here on out, it's just going to continue to go higher. I don't think yeah. I was thinking about this. All these lows in here are probably not getting touched. This is where NASDAQ starts fucking booming, I'm assuming. So it's mainly lawning. I'm looking for continuations we're going to be expecting. So this will be interesting. So coming into this, I'm assuming that's what it's going to be. I'm mainly looking for continuations on this. And it's just a nice thing. It's like it's not a cheat code because we don't know when we're going to actually get those continuations. So it could get manipulated and stopped out. So it's just being smart overall. We're going to go to the sell side. We're not really worried about that. We respected this 1-hour, we're pushing higher. We respected this 1-hour, we're pushing higher. So we're going to continue to push higher. Is there a daily? There has to be at some points where we do get pullbacks and then we immediately go back higher. So pullbacks don't last too long. On the 2-hour, what do we got on the 2-hour? Absolute nothing burger right now. And then on the 1-hour, absolute nothing burger except this 1-hour sell side. And then on the 30-minute, like a little bit of gaps. Is there news on this day? Jolt's job opening's at 9, so we won't take a trade till 9. Let's get rid of that. I don't need that. Go to the 5 minute. Have a lot of low resistance resting beneath us. I'm assuming that's where we want to go out and go. Oh, that's perfect. We tap into this 1 hour. That's actually nice. We're tapping into this 1 hour. We're going to look for something of a 30 minute or a 15 minute being respected. We have an unfilled 50 minute that just came into. This can respect this. That will be pretty nice looking for some lawns here. We just swept out some lows. We got high resistance. We just manipulated. Took too many candles to the inverse. 2 minute gave the inversion. You know, 2 minute gave the inversion. We do, I think, now on the 1 minute have some low resistance resting beneath us. I need to see a stop on, and we're playing into a 5 minute gap. I'm assuming we inverse, but I need to see a stop on of some sort. Getting some good manipulation. We push deeper into this 5 minute. It's not a 15 minute, just a 5 minute we push deeper into. This 15 minute, it's looking like it's getting respected, but it's pushing lower. We came into this 15 minute and we're completely respected. I mean, I'm assuming we want to go higher here. It's just a matter of when and getting rid of low resistance. Well, there we go. Not too late in the day. News still hasn't come out yet, so we wouldn't even been able to take that entry. News still hasn't come out yet. Beautiful. We just got manipulation. It's 15 minute now. So news just came out. The 15 minute just got inverse too. We're coming into this 15 minute. We have one resting beneath us lower that we might want to come into. We're tapping into this 1 hour. So we close inside of the 1 hour gap now. Right, we just manipulated out that low, pushing lower into this 5 minute. There's a 30 minute that we're coming into that is fresh as well. I mean, this is looking like it could be some beautiful lawns off of this to continue that higher time frame trend. We'll see off of this. So we just pushed deeper into that 30 minute, hit CE of that 30 minute. We hit CE of that the 1 hour. We're rejecting. We haven't hit the 15 minute yet, but we are rejecting. We have low resistance resting above. Would want to see an inversion. We just got some good manipulation. And we tapped that 15 minute now. Four minute would be our highest time frame inversion. Maybe a 5 minute now. Fuck me. I'm long as shit on this. Looks like we're going to be respecting this 15 minute. And all these, it looks like we're going for what? Up to highs. Go break even here. Because we would be playing into a 15 minute gap. So yeah, we would go break even there. All the, yeah, I mean, I'm liking this. I do love this. I'm going to order this, do market order, buy, go to risk 1%. We're on the first trade of the month. And then on a higher time frame, like I said, we get this pullback down into this 1 hour, the 30 minute, and the 15 minute. Looks like we're going to respect the 30 minute. Looks like we're going to respect the 15 minute and that 1 hour potentially. Oh, yeah. And I'm going long here. I'm going break even up to this point. Maybe I get absolutely cooked. Wow. Holy fuck off. It comes back down. Not to inverse anything, but just to make a resweep. Assuming now it wants to go higher. That 5 minute gave the inversion too. It gave the inversion. Or it wants to go for the sweep. Draw on liquidity was just fucking incorrect. Fuck me, man. That's annoying as shit. So we got one trade on the month and there's one loss. We do rip off lower. So all this wanted to get fucking... Yeah, we probably wanted to do what? Go for that daily, I bet you. Yep, we went for that daily. That... Damn. So that's fine. That shit that happens. I'm not mad at that at all. I liked what I was seeing. It's just the daily is what the real draw on liquidity was. But now we can go lower and we can see that, hey, we just came in, we just swept out this sell side that we had resting down here, came into all these imbalances, all this imbalance price. We're looking bearish, right? But we just filled in the daily. I'm assuming we're going to go buy side here, most likely. We have a 1 hour gap here, which got inverse, so we can get rid of that. It's showing bearish order flow, but we're delivering from sell side now. So now this is where it can be fun. We have buy side resting up here on the 4 hour. We have 4 hour buy side resting right up here as well. We go down into the 2 hour. Do we have 2 hour gap resting above us up here? Damn, that sucks, bro. We could get rid of this sell side. We have another 2 hour gap, which is resting right above here, which I'm most likely is going to be my drawn liquidity or my condition. This 2 hour, we're sponsored by this 2 hour and this sell side liquidity sweep, so that's interesting to see what we want to do off of that. We do have a high up here on the buy side liquidity. We do have a lot of sell side still resting below us. We have a 1 hour gap up there as well. Going to the 30 minute. We're going to wait. There's news on the day. Job claims 8:30 news already came out. This would be Thursday. Yeah, we have all this imbalanced price resting above. We're reacting out of that daily. I'm assuming we'll want to go higher into this 2 hour. So we're going to wait till market opens. Market open. Just got a resweep. Yo. What time would this be at? 9:55. So that 2 hour above, which we just tapped into, where it looks like we might consolidate here. On the 1 hour to 30 minute. The 30 minute gap here we're coming back into. We just got a resweep. 15 minute. We swept out. We have a lot of low resistance resting above. I'd just be targeting. What could I target here? Deeper into that 2 hour. Probably go break even at this buy side liquidity. We just swept out that too. I think we want to go higher here. Could be wrong. We just got a clean 5 minute inversion showing great displacement. Go break even here early. Yeah. Accumulation, manipulation, distribution, most likely. We'll order. We'll fucking order the lawn here. Although last time didn't work too well for us. We're gonna go and let this. See if this wants to push higher. This would be break even at this point. We're now tapping into that 2 hour, which we could react off of. I'm assuming we want to fill it a little bit higher. I'm going break even. Yeah, break even. Kind of just fucking chop. Yeah, holy chop. Would have played though, but that's just a break even. So we have one loss, one break even on the month so far, which is fine. We do get that boost higher, so we did want to go higher into this 2 hour. So that's fucking cool to see. We can now go in a week. And we were reacting off that daily too. So maybe I should have just held that. Buy side liquidity. We have buy side liquidity resting above. We also have a 4 hour imbalance. Well, let me get rid of this, because the 4 hour matters more. We're going to get rid of this as well. We're going to get rid of this because that's swept. We'll just mark up some of the main notes that I'm saying. So now we are coming into this 4 hour gap, which we just hit equilibrium on. All right, on this 4 hour gap. On the 2 hour, we have 2 hour sell side resting here, which came into this imbalance, pushed us higher, so we're sponsored by that. I'm assuming we'll want to continue to go higher for the day. Otherwise, we do have this 2 hour down here, which I would say is more protected right now. That low is at least. But I think we could see this to maybe go higher. On the 1 hour, what do we have? We have 1 hour sell side liquidity resting right here. It's nice to see. And we have 1 hour buy side. Alright, we're going to wait. No news Friday. So let's go into the 5 minute. Wait for market to open up. We're generating some buy side. Beautiful. Sweep out that sell side. Is there any high time frame gap as well? No. 30 minute. No. We're respecting this 15 minute. So that could be one of my conditions. Completely filled in this 15 minute. I'd like to see manipulation back lower. This is going to just be chop. Yeah, this time we're already out of the market. Fucking choppy ass day. We jump to the next day. Fuck. Yeah. Alright, now we can get rid of this. We're obviously pushing higher. This 4 hour gets inversed, right? We still have some sell side resting below us. Get rid of this. This could just be considered equal lows, damn near. We got some other important stuff to fill up. This 4 hour got filled, it pushed us higher, so we're being sponsored by a 4 hour gap. We're at all-time highs. We're assuming we're probably going to get continuations to go long. Most likely will be the move, or predicting the move that leads to the continuation. We have 2 hour sell side liquidity resting right here. We also have this, like I said, this gap got respected on the 1 hour. 1 hour sell side resting right there. So we're going to see coming into market open. Do we have news on this day? No news. Monday. We'll see. Assuming there's going to be a sell-off right off at market open. Yep. All that low resistance being swept. Coming into, I'm assuming, fair value. Yes. We come into a fair value gap. So coming to this 15 minute, we have 15 minutes up here as well, and we have a big 30 minute that we're inside of. If we respect these, yeah, I'm going fucking long. Most likely these are my conditions. We're delivering from buy side. We're going to see if we're respecting or disrespecting these bullish PD arrays. Wow, holy fuck. 9:45. What happened to that 15 minute? Got completely filled. We manipulated. Are we generating low resistance? We're generating somewhat low resistance. It's 5 minutes getting respected. Yeah, I'm assuming we're going to displace lower from this 5 minute. Which means this 30 minute is getting what? Inverse. This 15 minutes getting inverse. Pull back on the 5 minute, maybe caught an inversion to go short there. I'm going to maybe look for a move off of that sell side sweep if we get it. Bang. Alright, now we can look for my move. 30 minute gets inverse and 15 minute gets inverse. So we're looking bullish, right? Seems to be that way. But we have a 15 minute gap that we're coming back into. It's already been tapped into. It didn't hit CE of it, but now it just did. Is there a 5 minute as well? Reacting off a 5 minute gap that's in there that's... Oh. We do have a 5 minute gap right here. We also have sell side resting lower, which we might want to go and get, which 100% is a possibility. On the daily, do we have a daily imbalance? No. 4 hour. Might want to just fill deeper in on this 4 hour before we move higher, so shorts might be the move here. We're going to see depending on how we react off this 5 minute. No inversion right now. Nothing for an inversion right now. I would think we go long here now. On top of that, to this 5 minute high. We got nothing for an inversion. Want to see a little bit of a pullback. Great manipulation. A little bit of a pullback. Looks like these are going to be respected. Alright, bro. This is fucking chop. We're generating all this low resistance. It's just like, where's the inversion? And a good clean one. At this point, you're not getting an entry, but I would be long. Because like we're respecting that 15 minute. Now we're respecting that 5 minute. And we're reacting off, like I said, that 15 minute, we're reacting off of it. Probably going for this 15 minute resting above us. It's just, is there like a pullback to get in on and an inversion? 10:44, it seems a little late. Yeah, this is just chop. But I'm targeting this, it'd be around this area in price. Tron liquidity is correct. We just did not. If we go to the 15 minute, it's right up there. That's where I'm wanting to see us really target. We'll see. Yeah, holy chop. It would have just missed that 15 minute. It's fucking terrible price action right now. July is not treating us too kindly. I mean, not one bit. All right, we'll jump to the next New York Open. Oh, we do run higher, so that's nice to see. And then we just came back lower. So we got new shit to mark up. What day are we on in the month? We're on the 13th. We've only had 2 trades, 1 loss, 1 break even. Ideally, we can get a couple dubs here soon, and we can end the month up on a percentage. But right now, I don't even think we're actually down money right now so far in the month, which is fine. So on the daily, do we have a daily imbalance? No daily. Nothing to worry about on the daily. We just swept previous day highs. That's one. And we did get, okay, bro. Hold on. So we did just sweep previous day highs, and we did get a pullback down from that. If you look on the 4 hour, so yeah, we saw previous day highs. We got a pullback down. We came back down into this 4 hour. We missed this 4 hour low. So we just swept out all this sell side. We aren't rejecting off anything. No, we're not rejecting off anything, but we did just sweep a shit ton of sell side. News on the day, I'm assuming so. CPI, so yeah. Probably going to be no trade day. I mean, I'm assuming that move that happened right there was CPI. Yep. We're coming in on this 15-minute. How we react off this 15-minute. I'll look for something potentially, but there is no like liquidity sweep happening. It's just I'm assuming we'll want to come back down for these relative equal lows and fill in deeper on this 4 hours, so we're going to wait. We're coming in on this 15-minute. It's also a 30-minute. Would like to see an inversion. Just hit CE of that. Actually looking like we're going straight for buy side. Leaving a lot of low resistance. The 15-minute now looking like it's going to get inversed. Yeah, that thing got inversed. See if you can get a pullback. We're looking bullish. I would say we're still bullish. I just want to see like a pullback into something. Or just chop around, and then that's what CPI is going to do for us. What time of entry would this be? 10:40. I mean, shit, yeah, you could target all this low resistance now, probably. What would your reasoning be? You would just target low resistance as 5 minute you go break even at. Probably. Target all the low resistance and the imbalance in price. Assuming price would want to go higher, but we're not reacting off anything, and this is a late entry, but I'll still just see if it wants to play. Yeah, good reason we avoided. Fucking still no trades for us right now. Just taking it step by step. All right, so we pushed higher. We ended up getting a dump off after that. We've clearly displaced a lot lower. Still, all right, on the 4 hour, we have new 4 hour sell side liquidity resting beneath us, which is nice to see. On the 2 hour, we have a 2 hour gap resting beneath us. I mean, overall, I'm bullish, but it doesn't mean I'll be taking a long. We have 2 hour, we have that all time high buy side liquidity right here, which I'm assuming we want to go on. I can't speak. What we want to go and target. This already got swept, so we don't need to worry about that. We go to the 1 hour. The 1 hour doesn't have much other than sell side liquidity resting lower inside this 2 hour. And then that's really that for us to look at. Why is this sell side down here? Otherwise, we're playing inside of a 1 hour gap right now, which it's probably going to get inversed here. I'm going to 30 minutes. Is there news on this day? No news. We can wait for market to open up. We have a 30-minute gap, so we haven't swept any sell side or buy side liquidity, but we have a 30-minute gap, which looks like it's getting respected. And assuming inside of there, we also have a 15-minute gap as well, which we did actually close. We didn't close through. We didn't displace through it. I mean, we did displace through it, but not with the candle. No really low resistance resting above us. No, I'd say no low resistance resting above us. I'd want to see. Yeah, what I'm assuming is it's going to displace lower. Yeah, 30-minute gets respected. Assuming now we go for all-time highs. We do have low resistance resting at our stop loss. You don't even get an entry. I want to see manipulation lower, which we don't get. We did hit buy side now, so maybe a 5-minute pullback. We get that 5-minute pullback, assuming we're going right back to all-time highs. Why? Because we came into, well, it looks like we're going to inverse this 1 hour. We came into this 30-minute. We are closing, getting bullish displacement out of that. Just tapped into this 5-minute and manipulated. We just look for an inversion. But what would you be targeting? Good question, because I don't fucking know. Oh, nice. We actually displaced lower. We inverse this 5-minute now. Coming back to the 30-minute, it's looking like. Do have this low resistance, which I'm assuming we're going to go take out. Which we basically somewhat take it out. This just gave manipulation, so I would say this is high resistance. At this point it's 1040, but it's all-time highs. Yeah, just no trade day again. Gross, disgusting. Yeah, we just chop. We just chopped. Well, this 1 hour gets inversed, and we sweep out all-time highs. We make new all-time highs, which we'll mark out right there. We're actually kind of delivering lower and lower. So now we can mark out we have 1 hour buy side liquidity resting right up here. We have a 1 hour gap resting right above us, which could be potentially one of our conditions. See if we inverse this, we'll want to go for all-time highs, and if we respect this, and we'll probably want to displace a little bit lower to go for what exactly? Sell side resting right here. We have relative equal lows resting right there. On the 2 hour, nothing on the 2 hour, on the 4 hour, nothing on the 4 hour. We're in a range right now, seeing if we can kind of get out of this. I'm assuming for us to get out of that, we're actually going to want to come down for this sell side right here. I would like to see a pull up into this 1 hour. Nope, first I was going to say I'd like to see a pull up in this 1 hour and then manipulation down, but we just manipulated all this. We went for this relative equal low now. News on the day already came out, so we manipulated those lows. Is there a 15-minute gap or 30-minute gap that we're respecting? Assuming nothing on either. Alright. Well, now we have low resistance resting above us. We just manipulated. We look for like the highest time frame inversion. This is pretty close to market open though. I like to let it wait out a little bit. Yeah, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. Now, are we into a 15-minute? Nope, not on a 15-minute. On a 30-minute. Not on the 30-minute. With a 1 hour, but we did just sweep out the sell side. We could continue to go lower. We do have this imbalanced price range now. Are we wanting to go deeper on a daily? There is no daily until a while. We don't have a daily for quite a bit, so there's nothing on the daily that I think we're targeting. We'll see. We're displacing lower, right? This 1 hour left above. Swept out all this sell side. No, nothing to really bounce off of right now. Want to see. We'll get rid of this. Yeah, we just are ripping lower. Probably going to go for these draws. No way. We leave them. We just left relative equal lows. We're coming into this 5-minute. And this is a big imbalance. I'm honestly thinking we come into this 5-minute, we look for shorts because we're displacing lower, right? Yeah, we're delivering from sell side, but we also just left relative equal lows and this 4 hour in here, right? Maybe these are protected, but we'll see. We'll see. See what price is giving us. We have some low resistance resting up here. We have that 30-minute high. We have 15-minute highs resting up here, right, that we might want to go and target. How do we know? How do we know what we want to target yet? We don't. But we know that we just swept sell side. I'm assuming we're going to come into this 5-minute. We're going to come into what? Most likely equilibrium of this 5-minute. Equilibrium of the 5-minute. Oh yeah, and hit consequent encroachment. You want to see an inversion. I'm actually displacing higher. Wow. That 5 minute just got inverse, did it? I'm gonna slow this down. 5 minute gets inverse. What are we probably going for? That 1 hour. I would have to see a pullback now of some sort. We're still in equilibrium. The 5 minute gets inversed. With all this resting here, I'd have to see a pullback and in like an inversion. We do have low resistance resting below us as our stop loss, around our stop loss, so I'd have to see manipulation. I need to see it come down to this 5 minute. That's fucking perfect. Not too late in the day either. So we inverse that 5 minute, remember, so that's there. So we're looking bullish with the 1 hour resting above. We did just get a crazy fucking dump off from away from all-time highs. We did sweep out these lows. Now what I'm thinking is we might just want to inverse this, and if we get a nice inverse on this, okay, probably go for these relative equal lows. Otherwise, we're wanting to respect this and wanting to deliver higher from there. So we have so much low resistance resting above here. Oh, I think we're going for those relative equal lows. Just sweep all those out. We're looking bearish as fuck right now. We're not tapping into anything serious right now. We do have on the 15-minute time frame, no 15-minute imbalance yet. You're longing into a 5 minute gap. You'd be longing into a 5 minute gap. We do have all this price range though, and we just swept out all these this sell side. We might want to deliver lower. This is a tricky one now. 15 minutes not put in place yet. We're going to come into this 5 minute gap. We could respect it, but we have all this low resistance. Now we don't have low resistance at our stop loss. Right, we just manipulated. We're getting a good reaction off of this. We'll wait on the 1 minute for an entry, right? Holy fuck, we didn't get the inversion. We do though. We do get that inversion. This would be fucking crazy. Because you immediately be in drawdown. Wow. We didn't take that. At that point, it's 10:45. It's too late for my fucking entry. What I'm assuming is we come back higher off this candle. We'll see, though. We'll jump to the next New York Open. We deliver lower. Now we're pushing higher. Not exactly how I thought, but that 4 hour, yeah, that 4 hour wanted to get filled deeper. Maybe there was a short for that, and I was looking for longs. But now that 4 hour gets inversed, right? So that's something to note. We have new 4 hour sell side liquidity resting right beneath us on this time frame. We can get rid of this. We have 4 hour sell side also resting right here. We go on the 2 hour time frame. Nothing on the 2 hour that gives me something crazy to worry about. We do have unfilled imbalances resting higher up here, which could definitely be a target for us. On the 1 hour, we just have sell side resting below that I would like to see. I'd like to see us come tap this sell side and then get a move to go higher, personally, is what I want to see towards this high up here in the imbalance price range up here. And we don't have any imbalances until that to stop us. So I'd want to see coming into the day, do we have news? Fucking course we have news. Oh, it already came out. Yeah, I wanted to see a move right off market opens, sweep out sell side. So we'll see that. Maybe. We're actually displacing higher. We're coming into a 15-minute here if this wants to get respected. Wow. $15 looking like it's going to hold. Is there a 30-minute? No 30-minute, but the 15-minute looks like it's going to hold. Looks like we'll probably want to go down for this low resistance potentially. Yeah. Any imbalances to stop us? No. Yeah, personally, I like this. We don't get a 3-minute inversion though. We could go break even at this low. Looks like we're going to respect that 15-minute. Yeah, I'll order this. Market order sell 1%. We got a break even right there. Overall, yeah, we're looking bullish as shit. Respecting all these gaps. We're respecting this 15-minute. We might just want to return to it. Just swept out a 15-minute low. A 5-minute low. Not too worried about that right now, though. I'll worry about when we get down to here. And we'll go break even. That's good enough for break even. Only shooting for a 1-to-1. Bang. Needed that. Fucking needed that. 15-minute gets respected. We go for this low resistance. Does it continue to flush? Fucking needed that. Yeah, that would have ran for 2 RR. 2.3 RR. Fucking all that low resistance on the higher time frame too. Respecting that 15-minute. There was no drawn liquidity, but I mean, for me, it was clear shorts off that. Fucking needed that. We're back up, break even on the month. We're on July 16th. Sorry, already 11:58. Okay, we can keep this going. What the fuck? Oh, did I skip like 2 days? I think I skipped 2 fucking days. We sold off crazy now. I mean, we've just ripped up so much sell side. That trade would have ran and ran. So now we got a lot to look at. We're looking buy side. I mean, I'm assuming we have a daily imbalance we're creating or something. We'll go to the 4-hour. What do we have? We have 4-hour buy side liquidity resting up higher. 4-hour buy side liquidity. We have a 4-hour unmitigated gap resting higher. So some imbalance price resting above. We have 2 of those actually. Both have not been tapped. So we do have imbalance price resting above. We're going to be delivering from sell side right now. So I mean, probably looking to go higher. We came into this 2-hour, right? We're in the side of this 2-hour. See how that closes. We also have this sell side that we just swept out. We have what else resting above? We have 2-hour buy side liquidity resting above. We have a 2-hour gap resting between here, which I'm going to mark up. 2-hour gap resting there. We also have a 2-hour gap resting inside of that 4-hour, which just got tapped and we pushed lower. So we're looking bearish. We might still be looking bearish right now. All right. We can go to the daily. What do we have on the daily? We do have a daily imbalance resting right here. Maybe that's what we want to go and target. I'm low-key thinking we might want to rip lower. We still have all this low resistance resting here. Some imbalance price we could come back to. On the 2 hour, nothing for me to worry about as of right now. And then on the 1 hour, nothing for me to worry about it as of right now. No 1 hour gaps, no nothing, just sell side liquidity and a 4 hour gap resting in between here, which will pull out, and that daily resting in that same area price, which we're going to mark up. I think we'll come down into this daily today. We're so close to it, the daily and the 4 hour, and I think from this daily and 4 hour, I think, oh, my foot is asleep, holy shit. I think we can get some fucking incredible rejection off of this. We'll go to the 1 hour. What do we got in the 1 hour? 1 hour buy side liquidity resting above. And now we have a lot of juicy draws resting higher if we come and tap into this daily. We have a 1 hour gap resting higher as well. That's unmitigated. We'll see first. I mean, 1 hour is probably going to be my condition. So we're either going to come in to this 1 hour and then reject lower, or we're going to hit that daily, I think, and then move on from there. Do we have news coming into this day? No news. It is a no news Monday, so we'll see. But we're going to open up market and let this thing. Oh fuck. Oh. So we don't sweep anything out. We haven't tapped into that 1 hour yet. We tap into the 1 hour. We tap into a 15-minute gap. We leave relative equal lows. 15-minute. This is a 15-minute. We have a 15-minute resting above as well. I mean, from here on, I think we could be looking for shorts here. We haven't swept any significant drawn liquidity. We just tapped into this 1 hour. And at this point, is there a 30-minute gap resting there as well? There is a 30-minute gap I'm also going to have open up. Just draw this up right between here. So we have the 30-minute. We have those two 15 minutes, right? We go to the 5 minute. Oh, yeah, and the 1 hour, which we are now coming inside of. We could probably end up actually hitting equilibrium, which we're hitting right now. I think we could look for some shorts off of this. We'll see, though. It is 9:45. So you could consider this a short to take. I'm going to question it for a second here, and I'll explain why. We're just targeting a 1-to-1. This 15-minute we came into, we closed inside of it. We closed inside of the 30-minute as well. Maybe we want to manipulate higher before we end up doing anything. I'm going to take this bet, this little risk, on the 4-minute inversion, and fuck around and find out. Yeah, shit. Just the RR is not there. We're going to come into that daily too. I like this though. It's just I don't think the RR is there for me to take now. Because that 4-minute inversion was... Fuck, it did close up there. It closed right up fucking here. I could have taken that. Shit, if we get a pullback... we'd be at break even now. I mean, fuck, if we got that entry, it's a fucking 1-to-1. That's just a fucking... Damn it, dude. That's so dumb. And yeah, we'll rip lower. So we missed out on an entry off of that, but what are we tapping into? That daily. We tapped into that daily. We now have this 2 hour, right? We don't give a fuck about that. That got inverse. We're worried about the imbalances resting above us now. Fuck, that's annoying. We swept all that out. If we get like a clean inversion. I mean, now, damn, we just missed out on a fucking great short. A great one. We could target this imbalance price. There's a 15 minute? No 15 minute. We did just sweep out all these draws. We did just come into the 4 hour. We did tap into the daily. We did. Is there 30 minutes? 30 minutes that it looks like we respected. I mean, I'd be pretty fucking bullish here. We have this 5 minute above. What time of entry is this? A late one. We'll take this. Maybe I'm fucking forcing it now. Just need a 1-to-1. Fuck, we're respecting that 5 minute, aren't we? Yeah, I'm gonna move to break even. Fucking, we can survive. Holy shit, was that annoying. Gosh, bro. Right, well, that would have been 2-1, but we only took one trade, and that's fine. We are actually targeting up higher. I actually want to leave this up, and I want to open this and let this keep riding to see what it wants to do. See if it wants to go for the draw on liquidity. Actually would have been a break even on either way. So a good take profit point. Great take profit point. We can jump into the next day now. Not too many trades being able to take in the month. Dude, and I skipped 2 days, so who knows on those 2 days. I fucking skipped them being a dumbass. But we just are delivering from this daily now. We have so much sell side that we just swept. That was just an obvious short, and then I feel like the long wasn't as obvious personally, but fuck, I'm deleting the imbalance. Yeah, I feel like the long wasn't as obvious. We did have high resistance at our stop loss though, which is nice. With that short, I felt like was quite fucking obvious. So we just delivered from buy side liquidity that we swept out. We left new buy side liquidity, and some pretty much relative equal highs resting above us that I think we'd want to go and take out, and some highs up here. We're coming into what? We're coming into a 1 hour fair value gap right here. So that could be considered one of my conditions, and we have another 1 hour resting right here, which we'll pay attention to. We can go to the 2 hour. That's a 2 hour gap as well. We have all these imbalances resting up above us. I'm assuming we have on the 4 hour, a 4 hour gap right here as well that we could be respecting. And what do you bet we have? A daily gap. We have a daily gap resting higher. That's where I'm targeting personally. That is my draw on liquidity for the day. I think we're going towards that daily and going to probably inverse it. But yeah, we'll go right into market open. We're coming into this 1 hour. Is there news on this day? Already came out. We go to the 15 minute. So coming to this 1 hour, we're coming to this 15 minute. Looks like we're going to respect this. We're kind of going to accumulation, manipulation into this 1 hour. And if we respect this 15 minute, we can catch the 15 minute redistribution inversion. Target up all this low resistance up here in that daily. I don't like taking trades right off at market open, but oh fuck. Thank God we didn't. Jeez. All right, well, it's 9:35. We'll let this keep going up. Coming into this, oh yeah, this looks nice. So it's looking like this 15 minutes going to get inverse, right? You're like, oh shit, it sucks. Now we can't look for longs. No, why? Why is that wrong? Because we have a 15 minute bullish for value gap that we're playing into now. On top of that, we have the 1 hour fair value gap that we're playing into. These have not, the candle has not closed yet. This 15-minute, probably getting inverse, right? Probably. We're worried about this 15-minute and the 30-minute that's also resting in between here. If both of these stay intact, then we can be looking for longs, and these are my conditions for the day. And my drawn liquidity is higher at this relative equal highs up here, this low resistance high, and then the daily and imbalance price that we have above. So we're coming into that. We're going to look for an inversion. My stomach's hungry apparently. Say we enter in here. Say we're targeting up to what? Unfilled 5-minute, you go break even. We have low resistance resting higher. We did just sweep out what? Nothing crazy. This looks like it's going to get respected. This 15-minute gets respected. The 5-minute we could probably go break even at. When you have an unfilled gaps at your stop loss and no unfilled gaps at our stop loss, just looking for that highest time frame inversion. Fuck, that is terrible. We're playing right into the 5-minute. Let's target up here for a 1-to-1. I'm assuming we're getting that. Okay, we'll order in. Market order buy, risk 1%. Uh-oh. No 15-minute gap there. We have all this low resistance resting sell side. I'm assuming this wants to respect. We're coming into the new day. Hopefully it doesn't give some manipulation to stop me out. I love this. I would actually, on this trade, I would go for all the highs up here, if we're being honest. But, what time is it at this point? 10? 1 hour, all this, I don't think it wants to return. I think we go buy side. Can always be wrong. We just came down to this 5-minute. We're respecting it. I mean, we'll do just play it safe. We know we go for the 1-to-1s. At this point, we'll go break even. Bang. And where does it want to go? Like I said, I was thinking all this up here. Just obvious drawn liquidity for me. Maybe I could have made more money on the day. What do you fucking know? I'm fucking telling you. It's bull knowledge. Yeah, that would have played right into the daily too. Dude, A+. Stop loss is, I don't know if you want to say that's high resistance, but we have fuck ton of low resistance resting sell side, all on the higher time frame, right? The 15-minute, low resistance. So the 30-minute, low resistance, right? All this low resistance. We're clearly, with our conditions on the 15-minute fair value gap, 30-minute fair value gap, 1 hour fair value gap, and this 1 hour, are all looking bullish. We're respecting them. We get that pre-distribution inversion. We're getting accumulation, manipulation into these high time frame key levels, PD arrays, and we're getting the pre-distribution inversion. This is A+ PDI. What makes it really A+ for me is what this might be one of the best trades. I can't speak, not because of risk to reward, right? Obviously, we've had better in this backtesting series, but it's the fact that the drawn liquidity was so fucking clear. Look at this. I mean, does it continue to rip? And it does. We're going to jump to the next day, and we're going to see how far this baby wanted to rip. Jump to. This would have ripped all the way for a 5 RR, mainly because the stop loss is big, but obvious draws on liquidity. This is bread and butter. If you want to learn from a trade, dude, this is fucking key. This is beautiful. This is quality, right? This is quality. Look at that. fucking barely in drawdown. We immediately rip. We respect the 5-minute gap. We rip higher. We go towards all the low resistance that I had marked out. I mean, fuck, we would have take trades like this every now and then. I mean, when it's that clear of a draw on liquidity, this is A plus to me. The only thing, and the inversion came quick too. We had a great inversion. We can go on to the 3-minute is where the inversion was. Candle took 2. Zoom in. The 3-minute gap here, it took 2 candles inverse. It's a big close, right? It's a fucking huge close, but it's good displacement. And yeah, we're displacing into a 5-minute, but dude, that 5-minute don't mean jack shit to me. Why? Because we have all this low resistance resting above, and we have so much imbalanced price resting above on all the high time frames. All the high time frames. The 1 hour, 2 hour, 4 hour daily. Bread and fucking butter. I'm telling you. That's sauce. That is sauce. Now, I think I'm going to have to end it at this because I got to get ready to get going soon. But, yeah, I do have to go actually. But overall, this is just bread and butter. This is a fucking quality trade. Now, we can go and exit here, and we can look at how we're doing on the month so far. I believe like 2 wins. I don't remember. Let it reload. Oh, hell no. Yeah, we're looking good. Percentage-wise, we're up 2% right now. We still got some trades to go, but we've taken one loss, 1 break even, 1 win, 2 wins, 3 wins. So 1 loss, 3 wins, and then that's just bread and butter. I think this loss, my draw on liquidity was correct. Maybe I'm wrong. Actually, I don't recall. Y'all can look back on this stuff and let me know. But just building this up over and over and over. And ideally, we end this month, and we skipped 2 days. We skipped the 17th and the 18th. Saturday. Oh, that would have been. Never mind. We didn't skip 2 days. That was just weekends. But if we can just even if we ended like this, but if we get like one more dub, I mean, we're doing great in terms of percentage. Because this is going to be 2%. 2% month. We're down 5%. Just wasn't like. And at the end of the day, probability has its name. Maybe these were probability losses, right? Maybe they were. Maybe they weren't. At the end of the day, I'm making sure that I don't have a month like that again, or I'm going to try my best not to. And after that, we have another good month, 4%, my best month yet. And then right after that, and then a 2.69%, my second best month I've ever had, and my third best month I've ever had in the month of July as of right now. So we're fucking cooking. Now I'm going to have to go because I have my appointments and everything. But overall, I will be back. I will finish this. We'll finish up the month of June, and I actually want to do another month today as well before my brain gets completely fried. Because yesterday, I can't lie, yesterday near the end of the back testing, I was like, fuck. I feel like I'm frying my brain with this shit. And I don't want to have that fuck with my data. But as of right now, we're looking better. Like I said, I should have a couple more wins and a couple little less losses. And overall, we're trying to grow. Like, so this shouldn't have, we can look at money-wise. I believe like 2 of these trades shouldn't have been losses. They should have just been break-evens. So that we could take off 2 losses with that. And there's a couple, like, dude, I don't even know. We can check in here at the end of the series, but like I said, and this is why also, if this was a prop firm account, why you stay consistent and follow your plan, because prop firm account, if you let the account get to $48,000, it's blown. I let this account get to this Tradeful backtest simulated quote-unquote prop firm account get to $48,102. Would you look at that? Right after that, it's just an upward curve. And now we're at 53,000, right? We were just at 52,000, and we're up to 53,000. Win rate, my best days are Mondays, apparently, which is crazy. Yeah, 75% win rate on Mondays. Win rate, 8 a.m., I have a 91%. I wonder how many trades that's between. Yeah, 8 a.m., it's probably around my best. 1 to 2 hours, my best trades. When they take 30 minutes, they're a 70% win rate, 15 minutes. These are bad because 5 minutes is just usually stopped out right away. But if they take 5 to 15 minutes, it's a 67% win rate. So it's all this shit you can learn from. Like your best risk to reward is a 1 to 1.44. Average risk is 500. Average reward is power 51. Which we'll work on. I think another thing too is when I'm like entering into trades, I'm getting in like a little late and I don't have the bracket set up correctly, so I'm not exactly hitting a 1-to-1. So we can even grow this from there. But overall, I'm going to finish. I'll be back tonight. I'm going to finish off the month of July, and then we'll do one more month for today, and then we're almost fucking done with this. I mean, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 months just done just this week. So for each week we can do close to 5 months. I mean, at that point we're basically done with this. We'll have a fuck ton of trades to go off of, potentially even more. Like I said, this is going to go from February 28th to December 19th is what I plan on doing. And if I need to do longer, like even if it's like 70 trades, like ideally I could actually. I don't know. I think we have close to 40 trades in 5 months, so if we can get it close to another 30, 40 trades, it's not 100 trades of data, but maybe I mean, that's data enough. That's shit we can build upon and see what we're doing, and we can try to identify an edge in the market. So, yeah, I'm going to get ready to head out. I will get this uploaded. I do hope you enjoyed it. If you took a trade today in the market too, let me know what happened. This trade would have hit that 5-minute. Great take profit. Taps it. Immediately comes back lower. Goes for all this low resistance probably. That's how it's looking like it's going to play out. Let me know what do you think about my chart colors. I think it's actually quite clean. I love it. But yeah. Oh, shit. How do I put that back? Can you see my... Yeah. Bust down. But yeah, overall, that's just... the whole thing today is just backtesting. I'm going to end up coming home once I'm done backtesting some more. Like I said, one more month of that, and then from there I just got some videos I want to watch today, some homework I can potentially get done as well. And I'm going to save this next Sunday I could do like 2 hours of backtesting probably. That's probably all I can fucking do. Like I said, the more I do it, the more I feel fucking fried, and I feel like I'll fuck with the data. But for the next Sunday, I'll do like 2 hours of backtesting, and I'll take my time with it, and then I actually can do more of the homework inside of the mentorship, and then just watching more videos. But I'm very excited. I feel very fucking ready coming into this market. Maybe it's like cockiness, but I know more now than I did 2 months ago, and that's for fucking sure. I don't really have any social media right now, other than like the main things. And I'm kind of just trying to like cleanse my brain, keep my mind sharp, and stay focused on what really matters right now. I mean, seriously, 2026, not new year, new me type of shit, but it's my year with this. I mean, like, I got nothing to lose. I got all these things I'm gonna have to be doing in this next year, so I'm really fucking pushing this right now. And not like with not being patient, I'm just like, this is my focus right now. This is what I'm giving my all to. So you best believe it. But I'll get this video uploaded. Like I said, ooh, I love this. Yeah, I'm gonna go. Just gotta see. All right, beautiful. Yeah, this is a trade I want to take. This video today had sauce with the PB Blake. Like I said, that's what he ended up losing on today, and it was overall a great trade. It was a continuation, wanting to go for all this low resistance, which I don't mind as well, especially with us coming into that 4 hour and filling equilibrium. But for me, it was the way we were pushing inside of this 4 hour right here. We were just continually to push higher, maybe to fill deeper in equilibrium. But it's the fact that when we came lower around here, we were sponsored by this 1 hour pre-market, and then we come down to this 15-minute, and all the 15 minutes here and the 15-minute here, and we respect those. I mean, I'm looking buy side from there. And even then, I didn't like this trade too much because high resistance at stop loss. It'd be different if we came down here, swept out the sell side, then get a manipulation. Get manipulation here, and then displace, respect the fair value gaps, and then get a clean inversion. Then, yeah, I'm targeting up to this 5-minute. My trade played out. I didn't take it because it wasn't super high probability. And I went over that in the YouTube video. So watch the YouTube video. Skip to the end. Like I said, the time I got an entry was 9:05. So I'm on the market from like 8:20 to 9:05. Skip to that time span if you don't want to listen to me yap. Although, like I said, me yapping throughout the market in the beginning of the market, it might be quite boring because I'm not fucking TGR. I'm not talking about all this dope shit, and I'm not being a dumbass. No, it's just you're gonna learn stuff from this. Um, and there's other traders to watch from. There's people who are better at explaining things to me, and there's people who are far more advanced than I am right now. But I'm honest. This is literally just for me to go back on, and once I am fucking at a point where I didn't think I was ever going to get to, at least not in this time span, I can look back on these videos and kind of just laugh and be like, wow, that's I was locked in. I was locked in, and I am. But yeah, I'll get this uploaded. Have a wonderful day. Make sure you get the fuck after it.